Hi guys, this is Flying Flapper and welcome to another video and stream of Gran Turismo Sport. Now, today is a special day because yesterday they announced the brand new January DLC update, and we've got a bit of a treat for you, to be honest. We've got 10 new cars. Now, normally 10 new cars would be brilliant in itself, but we have actually been given a new real-world track now in the form of Monza, and we've also been given 6 add-ons to the Magyar GP circuit, or Magyari. I'm not really sure how you pronounce it, but you know, that's one of my favourite tracks on this game anyway, and we've got 6 variants to that. It's basically 3 extra variants with the 3 mirrored versions of that as well, and then also as well we've got add-ons to the GTleague career mode, which I've barely really got to, but in the future we will have videos on all GTleague stuff. And as you can see from the screen there, that is one of the new cars as well. So yeah, these are cars that hopefully I'm going to be able to purchase and test out for myself. So you know, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you do enjoy this video and stream. And you know, this is the first time I'm going to be using these cars, so you know, much apologies basically if I do screw up on the circuits and stuff. But that McLaren F1 now is something I'm really looking forward to trying out. You know, I think that is a thing of beauty. It was a car back in 1994 which was dubbed as one of the fastest road cars available, and you know, it was pretty much ahead of its time in its day as well. Obviously, we've just seen the Lamborghini Diablo. We've got the Dodge Viper GTS, and we've also got the Ford GT as well. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Like I say, this is a pretty epic update, and what you got to remember, guys, as well, is this is free as well. We're not paying any money for this. Now, I know you could say that the original release of this game was heavily under-featured, but it's still pretty cool that all this content that is coming our way now is coming for nothing. So, you know, with other games, you know, they'll probably charge you a fair bit of money. So I'm very happy with that. But anyway, guys, let's get straight into it. So I do need to purchase these cars. So let's go to Brand Central. Now, I've got 4.5 million credits now. I don't know if I'm going to have enough to purchase all the cars, but let's have a look at them in a little bit more detail anyway. So let's go over to America and to the Dodge manufacturer. And so we've got the Dodge Viper GTS 02. This is the new one here. It's an N500 car. And it costs 90 grand, so actually that's not too bad. I should be able to go ahead and buy that. Actually, guys, let me just bear with me. I've just got to bring up the chat. But as you can see from the inside, it is quite a machine. I have to say, quite like that colour as well. I might have to purchase it in the red and white Go Faster stripes. And just bear with me, guys. I'm just going to get the chat up here now. Okay, right. Sorted. Right. Okay, so we might as well go ahead and buy this. It's got an 8-litre engine, 448 brake horsepower, weighs about 1.5 tons, and the torque is 67.7 kilograms at 4,000 RPM. So this should be a reasonably powerful car, and this obviously is a road car, so we can't really drive it like a you know, a Group 3 or Group 4 car, but like I say, hopefully I can keep it on the track. Let's just have a look at the colours. I personally think the the red and white is probably the one that really suits it more. So we're going to buy that. So that's 90,500. Not sure if that actually reflects like real world prices or not. You know, but I'd imagine it's reasonably similar. Probably not the exact amount as such though. Right, okay, so what else have we got? We've got the Ferrari 512 as well, so let's go to the European market. We've also got the McLaren at the top, but I'll get to that. So these cars are like the more historic cars. This one I'm going to look at now is the 1976 version. Oh, there it is. So it just went straight past it. So yes, costs 105,000. That's not too bad. It's a 5-litre car with 354 brake horsepower. It weighs 1.4 tons, and yeah, I mean, this car might be quite hard to drive. You know, obviously no power steering or anything like that. Not that I think this game really replicates the lack of power steering or anything, but you see the fans at the front of the grille as well. That's pretty cool. Obviously, so much time and effort has gone into sort of trying to replicate the every little detail of all the cars they've put in here. But that is pretty beautiful, you know. Let's go ahead and buy that as well then. Of course, being a Ferrari, you can't really have it in any other car. There's a lot of colours to actually choose from. But I do think that buying it in that red is iconic. You kind of can't have it in other colours on Ferraris, I feel personally. But yeah, we're going to go for that red colour. So again, guys, we will try them out individually on the new circuits as well. I love how the lights just come up as well. That's brilliant. Beautiful. Right, okay, so also we've got the... Oh, I've just come out of that by mistake. We've also got the Ferrari 330 P4, which is a 1967. And that's a Group X car, but wow. That is going to cost 20 million credits. Wow, that's okay, that's slightly out of my price range. Also as well, guys, one thing to take note is that there is a credits cap on this game. The most you can actually have is 20 million. Why it costs that much on this game, I'm not sure. Again, it could be reflecting real world prices, I'm not really sure, but 20 million seems a little bit excessive if I'm being completely honest there, guys. But yeah, disappointingly, I'm not going to be able to test out that car on this particular video. So I do apologise for that. But it does look beautiful. But I think Polyphony Digital do need to sort of address the currency of some of these cars, because yeah, that's too much. 20 million. I mean, that is going to take me a long time just to save up for that, unless I do the infamous currency glitch, which I've not tried out, to be honest, guys. But because I don't like to cheat, I do like to grind away and get the most out of the game. But that's such a shame, that is. But that is another of the new cars. The fourth car is the Ford GT 2006 edition. So this would have been on the older Gran Turismos, like Gran Turismo 5 and 6, I believe. But again, a great addition. It's an N600 car, and it's a 5.4 litre car, 550 brake horsepower. Weighing in at 1.4 tons again, and a torque of 69.2 kilograms at 4,000 RPM. So it's got a lot of pull onto it. It's a very powerful car. Surprisingly, not as heavy as I thought. I thought this would be a lot heavier. But oh my god, that is beautiful. And again, I would have to say that that is probably the colour I would pick. Possibly if they've got the yellow and black stripe, but I think white and blue does suit it more. Costing at 150,000 as well, so again that is in my price range. So let's run through the colours, because there's quite a few colours here as well. So I'm not actually sure. I think that's the body side stripe, so I got it. Okay, so let's go through. So silver's not too bad as well. But yeah, they do have the yellow and black, but yeah, I think you kind of do need to go with the white and blue stripe. So we'll go for that one. Beautiful. Right, okay, so then we've got the Jaguar XJ13. I've got a feeling that's going to be a lot of money as well. Let's go into the Europe one. Jaguar. Okay. Oh, wow. 20 million for that as well. Oh my god. Well, it's a 5-litre car at 510 brake horsepower at 7.5 RPM. It weighs only just under a ton. I mean, it's quite a thing of beauty. You can see all the exact details in the cockpit as well. But again, 20 million, really? So again, that's another car I can't test out. I mean, that's very disappointing. That is very, very disappointing. But yeah, I suppose it'll keep the longevity of the game, and hopefully in the future I'll get to test this out as well. I do like the fact it's got the engine at the back, and it shows it in all its purity and infinite detail as well. Oh, that's beautiful, but that is a shame. Okay, well, we've got the Lamborghini Diablo. Again, this I think has been featured on previous Gran Turismos. But yeah, that is nice. That is really nice, actually. 6-litre engine, 571 brake horsepower at 7,500 revs or RPM, and weighs at nearly 1.5 tons. It looks like it's got some sort of CD player in there. You know, comes as standard for Lamborghini owners. Obviously, that was the cutting edge at the time. But yeah, N600 car that is. So we will purchase that. That's a £300,000 car or credit car. Interestingly, it only comes in yellow, so that's a bit of a shame. I probably would have gone for something a little bit more outrageous, like a bright orange, or maybe a fluorescent green or something. But I suppose it's not too bad in yellow as well. Okay, what else have we got? So we got the McLaren F194. Now this is the car that really excited me. This car, not only do I think it's beautiful, but I'm expecting it to drive really well. Again, it's a N600 car. It costs $1 million. It's a 6-litre car, 626 brake horsepower at 7,500 RPM, weighing in at 1.1 tons. And oh my god, I can't wait to try this out. I've got a slight boner just sitting in this car right now. Oh my god, I'm loving it. Right, so we're definitely going to purchase that. I think to be honest though, when it comes to the McLaren, you've got to go in orange. I think it has to be that colour. To be honest, it looks good in any colour, and white does look nice, but no, we're going for orange. Historic orange. Oh, mate. Okay, and then last time we got 3 Toyotas as well. So let's have a look at them. So let's go on to the Japanese side. I think it was about time that they had more Japanese cars in here, considering it's a Japanese game, and Gran Turismo has always been known for its love of, well, I mean, obviously love of every manufacturer, but obviously being Japanese, they, you know, previous Gran Turismos was just full of Toyotas, Nissans, and the like. So let's have a look at these. So we've got the Toyota Supra RZ in 1997. Oh my god, that car as well. It has to be like one of my favourites as well. And to be honest as well, from maybe like the Fast and Furious film, where they had the orange and obviously that special livery they had, that probably heightened the love of the Toyota Supras for me. But I always used to buy these on the old Gran Turismos. But anyway, as you can see, it's a 3-litre car at 325 brake horsepower and 5,500 RPM, 1.5 tons. I'm actually surprised how much it weighs. But pretty affordable car. It's an N300, 45,000 credits. So, and this is possibly a car that I might tune up in the future as well. Not really any colours I can pick from right now. I think it's got to be white, isn't it? I think. Yeah, I think we'll go for white. So 45 grand for that. And also we've got the Toyota FT1, which is probably like a concept car or something. Or no, it's not a concept car. It is actually a model FT1. Right, okay, so it's 2014 edition, 486 brake horsepower, 7,000 RPM. Interestingly, it doesn't tell you its weight, its height, its width, its length. It's actually it's a front. Sorry, it's a rear-wheel drive, but it's a front-engine car. 500,000. It's the Group X as well. Looks nice in red, but I think we'll go for something different. That's quite weird. Oh, I like the lights. Ooh. I thought that blue would be slightly different, but I think I'll go for that. You can actually see the... I think that is the engine at the front. There's a slight window for that. I need a different angle to see how it looks, to be honest. Again, white suits it. That colour's mint grey. Quite like that, actually. Come on, give me another view. Right, so... Actually, the blue on this actually looks nice. I'm going to go for blue. So that's 500,000. So it's not too bad. I think it's the blue suits it because of the lights. The lights are pretty spectacular, actually. And then, last but not least, we have the Toyota 2000 GT 1967, which is an N200 car. I do remember this from the old Gran Turismos again. Not really my favourite. I mean, it does look nice, but to drive it, I used to find it quite boring. But obviously, being a 1967 car, power wasn't one of its thing, or it was probably quite powerful in its day, but obviously compare it to now, it's only 153 brake horsepower with a 2-litre engine. Weighs in at 1.1 tons. But yeah, we're going to try out all the cars anyway for this episode. And we'll just keep it in white. I mean, I'm not really fussed about what it should be. Actually, red's... Although saying that, red is not too bad, but we'll go with that one. The Thunder Silver. So that rounds off the DLC. Now, obviously, I am going to try these cars on the new track. So let's come out of here. And also as well, let me just show you as well. Now, guys, I'm not actually going to feature this stream on doing the career mode, but just wanted to see what the actual additions were. So now these will come in another. This will actually come in a video, not a stream. So I can't wait to do that. I'm just sorting out the software, as it is a new channel. So I hope to see you watch these videos, and I hope you do enjoy them. There's not an actual date I've got put in place for them, but you know, it is something I will do in the future. But yeah, we've got the F-150 Survival. That could be a lot of fun. Let's just have a look on here. So we've got 3 races, and with Colorado Springs is actually a rally track. Alsace is a road track, and then you've got the Northern Isles Speedway. I'm hoping that's a lot of fun, but like I say, that will come in a video rather than me streaming it. We've got the J Sports meeting in the Amateur League with the J Sports meeting. So basically Japanese cars. It's around Magyar, Suzuka and a Toyota Expressway. Right, let's come out of there. Professional League. The new one is the La Festa Cavallino. I think I've said that right. And they're the circuits as well. Okay. And then the Endurance League, we've got Group 3 Endurance, which, to be fair, I would have thought they would have had that anyway, but okay. So it's basically 30 laps around Monza. But like I said, guys, with this DLC, I just think it's pretty phenomenal that it's come as a free package. We have also got an extra escapes mode. I think it's to do with the Monza circuit. So again, if you're into your escapes and take photos in there, that's a welcome addition. But yeah, let's anyway go into time trial. Let's try out some of these cars, and let's try out some of these new circuits as well. So as you can see, we've got the Magyar Centre variant now. We've got the East and the West, and then obviously we've got the mirrored versions of them as well. But I want to try out Monza. Monza is actually a personal favourite of mine. There it is, Monza. We'll go for the real version. I want to see. Well, to be honest, actually, guys, what I want to do first is I want to try out a Group 3 car around the circuit, because I want to see how it compares to trying out the GT3s on other racing games that I've played. Interestingly, they've got all these settings. I think we'll just go with a normal afternoon day. Let's go to the garage. So we'll try it with the Porsche 911 first, and then, like I said, guys, I will actually try out the actual new cars as well. I want to see how authentic this track is compared to replications of this track on other racing games. Now, guys, one thing I will say is that obviously this is my first stream and video on Gran Turismo for probably about a couple of weeks now. I was starting to get a bit bored of the game because of the lack of, like I say, tracks and everything. It was becoming a little bit stale for me, but I always said that, once they updated the game and produced more content, especially in the form of tracks, I would definitely come back to it. So I might do the odd stream here and there, and obviously as well, guys, it's a good sign that we've had 2 updates on the game since its launch. There's been two new. Well, this is really the first new track. But we've had like variants of other circuits as well, and we've also had probably about, I think, 20 new. It might be slightly less than 20 new cars, but it's not too bad, because the game's only been out a couple of months, and and like I say, it's you know, it's all for free. You know, you can't really argue with that, to be honest. So anyway, let's just see I've got everything how it should be. Okay. So a good lap time around here used to be a 1:48, so I'll be intrigued to see what it is on this circuit. It's going round Parabolica for the first time. First straight. A little bit of clipping in the background there. I'm sure that will be fixed in a future patch maybe. Oh wow. I didn't expect the brakes to be that sharp on the Group 3, to be honest. Normally that is where you need to brake. Heading up towards the chicane now. Where the hell is the arch gone? Okay, that's a bit strange for me because I was actually racing a Monza through my Project Cars League, and that's a bit surprising actually, guys. The omission of the footbridge. So through both Lesmos, going up the hill, or there's a slight dip here, but up the hill and up to the Ascari chicane. So interestingly, they've got the sign or footbridge or whatever you want to call it there, but it's missing before the first chicane. Sorry, the second chicane. So obviously I will put in a few laps, guys, just to see if we can get the lap time down. But I have to say, it feels very different driving this Group 3 car compared to like driving it on Project Cars. Could probably say a set Corsa as well. So I know I can really push it a lot more, but a bit late on the brakes that time. But it's here that's confusing me a little bit because, like I say, my braking point on other racing games, there's normally like an arch thing over here, but it's not actually here. So also I will say that the curbs are a little bit more forgiving on this game as well. It feels weird though, it really does feel weird. The reason why I say it feels a bit weird is because when you go through the first Lesmo there, normally you get quite a bit of understeer, but I didn't really feel that with this car. But yeah, give me a couple of laps, guys, just let me get a feel for the car, feel for this version of the track as well. Hopefully I will get these lap times a lot further down. Like say 1:48 on say like Project Cars in a GT3 car is a respectable lap time around the circuit. Well, one thing I will say, the track does look good, but it seems a little bit different. It doesn't quite feel right for me. every lap we are improving, but yeah, like I say, I just find it strange why this footbridge here is missing though. It's like the first game I've come across where it's actually missing. So into the first lesson here. And normally you get a lot of understeer, but I'm not feeling that at all. But to be honest though, I'm still happy that they have got this as a new track. It should bring some really good races. I actually wonder whether or not this will be featured in any of the daily races now. Maybe the FIA Nations and Manufacturers series. Parabolica, probably could shave off a lot more time out of there. But yeah, the lap times are starting to come down. Just still a little bit off the pace though. So we'll do one more lap. Oh, I've mucked it up, I've mucked it up. Alright, let's, I was going to do another lap, but I just kind of screwed up there. So let's just have to see what it looks like on the replay anyway. But yeah, those of you just joining the channel right now, welcome. I hope you're all enjoying your weekend. And like I say, we are just showcasing the new content now. Obviously this car isn't the new content, but I just wanted to see how it compared to other racing games. And what I'll do is I will do continuous laps with the new cars, and then obviously try out sort of the variants for Magyar as well. But yeah, I mean, like I say, guys, it's great to have a new circuit on here. It just doesn't quite feel like the Monza that I know. So, I mean, with Gran Turismo, I kind of expect them to have laser scanned tracks in terms of the real world counterparts. Not sure if this is though. It doesn't, like I say, it doesn't really quite feel like it. Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh. I mean, obviously, I've been playing on Project Cars 2 for the last couple of weeks, so I've been getting used to the physics from that game, which is obviously a lot more of a sim-like game compared to Gran Turismo. Really, that's nothing to do with the actual circuit, but like I say, like you know, them sort of signs there, like for the Ascari chicane there, I use that as a braking point. Now normally there's one before the second chicane and it's not there, and I don't really know why it's not there. I find that quite strange. Okay, fair enough. Right, so that is Monza anyway, guys. Like I say as well, you know, if you guys are watching me right now or in the stream, you know, if you have got Gran Turismo, then you should enjoy this pack, and I hope you really do. But yeah, actually, can we change the car from here? Yeah, we can, can't we? So like I said, guys, these are the new cars that I've bought. Unfortunately, the Jaguar XJ13, which is the 1966 car, and the Ferrari 330 P4 1967. Both of them cost 20 million credits. So I have literally no chance in purchasing them. And also as well, to be honest, it's going to take me a long time to actually to get them. So what I'm going to do is I want to try out the McLaren, guys. The McLaren is for me is just such an iconic car. So let's try this round here. I might have to change all this now. Yeah, we'll change the traction control. Okay, everything else should be fine though. And also what I'll do is I'll change the view. I forgot what the view button is now on here. What is the view button? Ah, there we go. Right. Oh, Jesus. Okay, there's quite a big difference between this car and the Group 3. Also, in case you're wondering, guys, I am using the Thrustmaster T150 wheel. So, I suspect the braking points on here. Oh wow, the brakes are really, really bad. Jesus. Like, really bad. Okay. Well, I think it's going to take me a couple of laps just to sort of get used to this, the characteristics of the car here, but because even going around that corner there, it is just struggling to sort of hold it to the tarmac. Not even there. Look, what the hell, really? Jesus. Maybe I shouldn't have used the Group 3 car now, because I've got used to like the way that handles and its brakes and everything else. I mean, it's just not. Oh, I see what it is actually, guys. I know what it is. We're using sports hards, so there's literally no grip whatsoever. So what I'll do is I'll go to the car settings, and we will purchase some. Well, no, you don't even need to purchase them, but we'll go for some racing hards instead. There we go. Hopefully, that could be the answer. See if that makes a difference. Well, it has made a bit of a difference already, to be fair. But like I said, guys, this car in its day, in 1994, was one of the fastest road cars available. Yeah, so even braking, there's more like grip now. Interesting as well, is this car one-seater? So it kind of looks it. I mean, see through the cockpit, we're like right smack bang in the middle. That's a lot better. I mean, the one thing I will say is, like, what I don't really like about this game is when you use the sports tyres, they do feel very, I don't really know what the word is, like wishy-washy. Like I don't think that's really a word, but but it just it feels like you're driving on ice, really. So, like I say, guys, I mean, this is a road car, so I don't expect it to handle like a Group 3 or Group 4 car, but for definitely a road car, it feels nice. Oh God! massive kick of oversteer there. But it certainly definitely has more power than a Group 3 car. It's getting up to 180 miles an hour. It's still going. A little bit unstable. Just not really sure about the braking process. I find it strange that the brakes are that much better just because I've got racing tyres on now. Now obviously I do understand that obviously there is a little bit more grip of the tyres, but it almost feels like as if I didn't have racing brakes on before and now I have. Oh my days, right, okay, we've mucked up. Second Lesmo there. But like I said guys, this is the first time that I'm using these cars on this circuit as well. I do know Monza very well, but Gran Turismo's replication of Monza, it does feel pretty accurate, but there are a few subtle differences. Okay, we'll do one more lap guys, and we'll move on to some other cars. Oh, wrong gear. Around Parabolica. Well, the best exit there. Like I say, car very unstable. Three temps up on that last lap. Yeah, it just, you think you can go full throttle around that corner and it just sort of doesn't allow you to really. So the one thing I will say is, like on Project Cars 2 for example, that chicane now feels tighter there than on this game. It feels a little bit more forgiving. So second Lesmo, you mucked up last time, that's better corner. Just about holding on to it, come on. Down on our lap as well, but okay. Trying to get as smooth lines as possible and get as much speed as we can. So 150.1, so obviously the car is a lot quicker than a Group 3. Doesn't quite handle as well, I don't think, but like I say, it's a road car, guys, and you know, for its time, it was quite a special car, and still is regarded as quite a special car now. Let's see how that looked around the circuit. It sounds quite beefy. Now maybe in the future guys I will have like a wacky design on the deliveries, but I felt in terms of deliveries they give you, that was the best one available. Boy, it sounds lovely. You can see on the rear the spoiler sort of comes up, doesn't it, to help it to aid it with its braking. I think that's definitely a car that I will use in the future. I'm hoping that with the daily events, I'm hoping that they will use like this car and this track combination. I think it does suit it a bit. Beautiful. I mean, guys, guys that are watching right now, I mean, what do you think of this car? What you've seen from me? I mean, is this something you'll use and buy? I mean, I'm kind of speechless, to be honest, guys. It's got to be one of the better cars that they've implemented in this game. So it didn't feel quite right when I was using the sports tyres, but as soon as I put it on the racing hards, it felt quite natural. It felt like all the dreams that I've had of, you know, driving this car, it kind of come true, really. Beautiful. Right. Okay, let's come out of here then. Let's try out some of the other cars then. So the other car I want to try on this circuit was probably Ford GT 2006. And then the other cars I will probably try on the new variants of Magyar. So we've got the FT1, we've got the Diablo Supra, but yeah, we'll do the 4GT. So I'm interested to see how the Viper performs and the other Ferrari. But yeah, like I said, guys, just kind of gutted really that can't buy the historic legends. It's just, like I said, 20 million credits each is just ridiculous. Turn off the traction control. I might have to put racing tyres on this as well, because them sports tyres really don't feel right. So again, this is an N600 car, so see how this rivals with the McLaren. I'm pretty certain that I could get a better lap time than a 150.1 if I had more practice, but for the sake of this stream and video, you know, I could only really put in a few laps to keep it interesting. Now this also isn't a view that I would normally use. Oh god, as I say that, a bit of oversteer. I'd normally use like the bonnet view, but just for again, for the sake of this video, I wanted to show off the cockpit. Okay, let's brake here first, just because I don't know how responsive the brakes are, and Jesus Christ, even then let's retry that actually, guys. I just want to make sure I get the first chicane right. I've got a feeling with this car though, yes it is quick, but I've got a feeling, you know, it's not going to be fantastic to drive. Jesus Christ, I broke very, very early there, and oh my god, and clearly with this car it's quite heavy, a lot of torque, and pretty much a beast of a car really, let's be honest. I broke way too soon there. Cutting the chicane, but like I say on Podcast 2, that chicane there would have been a lot more unforgiving, a bit more of a sort of sausage curve there, so if you did ride it, the car would become very unstable. We'll do one more lap after this. Using this first lap just to work out how this car performs. Oh god. Oh, I'm going to brake on the 150. Yeah, the brakes don't feel good at all. Oh, a bit unstable again. So at the moment 8 seconds slower than the McLaren. Careful with the throttle there. Try and get the braking points right for this first chicane. It's a little bit better. Let's try the 150. Ah, oh, come on, really? Ah. Felt like I was braking way too soon before, and I broke on the 200-yard board. And then this one here, I brake on the 150 and I go too deep. So I will do one more lap actually, guys, just to see what I can get. Kind of want to do one lap where I don't make a mistake. Way. Slightly embarrassed here, guys, but like I say, using this just to sort of get used to it, like I say, it's quite a bit different to that McLaren. Obviously you would expect that, but it's a pretty difficult animal to tame. Come on, let's get a perfect lap this time. Okay, that was a lot better turn one. Clip that curve there, but that was a lot better as well. So First Lesmo not too bad. Second Lesmo, good enough. Coming up to the Ascari chicane. Let's brake a little bit before, I think. It's just, yeah, it's hard. It's hard work. But yeah, definitely well off the pace from the McLaren. Sort of having to kind of trail brake a little bit here because because I'm not really sure about, you know, the actual braking points. So 155.9. So let's come out of here. Okay, right, so again, with every car that I'm testing out, guys, I just want to have a look on the replay, see how it looks. Let me fast forward it to the, actually, the quicker lap. There we go. Sounds beautiful though, doesn't it, guys? I did say that this car is quite heavy, but actually, looking at the stats, it's not actually that heavy. It's surprisingly only 1.4 tons. I was expecting it more to be like nearer to the 2-ton sort of weight, but no. So that chicane now, you really don't want to cut that because it does make the car unstable and you do lose a little bit of time as well. Of course, it's not an actual perfect lap there, guys, but obviously I wanted to keep it on the circuit. Obviously there is a lot of room for improvement, but like I say, not a bad lap. Pretty good parabolica in the end as well, but so like I say, not extremely fast lap or anything, but quite tidy. Okay, so let's come off this circuit then. That is Monza. There is a no chicane version as well. Of course, I forgot about this. We've completed the daily workout, so we'll see what car we can get. That Cobra would be nice. And the Cobra it is. So the Shelby Cobra 427 1966 car is a N500. Oh, that is beautiful, isn't it? I know I keep saying beautiful all the time, but this game is beautiful and really does show off the cars in its best light as well. So right, so the other tracks on here as well was the Maggiore or Maggiore. Centre, East and West versions. I think I'll try the West version first. Essentially it is Maggiore, but just different portions of the circuit, I believe. Let's go for an evening setting, just see how that looks for the lighting. So the other cars that I haven't tried out yet is the Toyota 2000 GT67, the Toyota FT1, the Toyota Supra, the Diablo, Lamborghini Diablo, the Ferrari 512 BB and the Viper GTS. So I'm going to go for that one first. I can imagine this is going to be a handful as well. But I mean, I will say though, guys, is that on this game, I've not really used the road cars that often. And I'll be honest as well, like I do like the road cars, but I don't really like the slower versions. So like the N100s, the N200s, even the N300s, I'm not a big fan of. But anything above that, something that's got a little bit of oomph, a little bit of power, you know, I don't think are too bad. But like I say, cars like this, sorry, not cars like this, but cars that are lower than, say, a 400, I find slightly boring. Let's take that off. Again, I'm going to go for the racing hards just because it feels better. Feels a bit more controllable. Got the typical left-hander. Again, I'm going to brake a little bit early because I'm not sure about the braking, but the braking actually feels alright. Okay, so normally it'll bear off to the left, but it's bearing off to the right here. Like I said, guys, this is the first time I'm going on this circuit, and then it cuts through on the sort of fast flowing S-bends. A bit of oversteer there. Down the hill and the right hander, so I see what it is now. I can see this variant being used a fair bit, but I mean, I like this circuit anyway. As the full circuit, I myself personally would use that a lot more because I don't know, I just find it better to have a whole circuit than half a circuit. But probably get a little bit more out of that corner then. So instead now we'll try and brake at the 100-yard board and see if that's okay. In fact, yeah, that's pretty good actually. Oh god, oversteer. And again. Jesus. But yeah, this is taking a bit of getting used to. Like I say, I've been using Project Cars 2 for the last couple of weeks, so this is my first opportunity of playing GT Sport ever since. I did play it to death before I was playing Project Cars 2. But yeah, we will be doing Project Cars 2 today as well. Got quite a busy schedule. I'll be practicing for my league races. There's a league that I have set up on Project Cars 2, and this week is the turn of the touring cars. And we've got 3 sort of sprint short races. So probably in the next hour I'll be sort of streaming practice, trying to really set up the car to get its maximum potential, and then the actual races will be starting at 9:30 PM today Greenwich Mean Time. So we'll complete this lap and oh god. Randy Butter, welcome. How you doing, mate? So like I say guys, essentially like these variants are the same track but just like, you know, one half of the circuit. But the main point of this video was just to sort of test out some of the new cars. But yeah, this Viper feels nice. Third gear, oh, Jesus, massive oversteer. So 1:33.7. So let's come out there. Let's just put the replay on. I'll put it on the last lap as well. Let's just fast forward it a bit. Should be around about 3 minutes. There we go. Right. Yeah, how you doing, Brandy? Hope you're doing well, mate. This is probably the first time you're watching Gran Turismo, I believe, is it? Just been to first gym session in a couple of years. For a couple of years, really? Oh, okay, mate. I know you. Obviously, I know about your injuries and stuff. But I thought you was back, sort of pumping the iron, you know, ages ago. To be honest. Obviously, you're not really watching it from its best point of view because, as you know, as I've spoken to you in the past, I'm only streaming from 720p. But whilst I'm seeing it in its all 4K HDR glory, so I don't know if this game is actually. I don't think this game is natively 4K, but it's as close to. But the HDR does make a massive difference, though. Okay, let's try out the other circuit. Let's try out the what is it? The West version. And also, what I will do as well, once I've gone through these cars, we will do a little bit of the sport mode as well. And then, like I said, later on, guys, we'll be doing the practice for tonight's races in Project Cars 2. And then obviously the racing starting at 9:30 PM as well. So let's try out the East version, and then we'll do the centre. Let's put Sunset on. Let's go into my cars. So the other ones I haven't tried out then is the Toyota FT1 and the Toyota Supra RZ and the Lamborghini Diablo and the Ferrari. So let's do the Lamborghini Diablo. So what are you up to today then, Brady? You going to be streaming? You going to be playing a bit of Fortnite and Battlefield? So again guys, first time we're going on this, let's turn off the traction control. Like I say, the only assist I do use is ABS is on default, so if this car didn't have ABS in its day, then obviously there'll be no ABS. And the counter steering is on weak, so obviously when you start to lose the grip and the car sort of goes out of shape, there is a slight assist where it helps me in trying to recover it and trying to keep the nose straight, but it's weak, it's not strong. So, but other than that, all the assists are turned off. Again, 30 new followers this week. Nice, man. Keep up the good work, mate. That's all I'm saying. Ooh, I quite like the dash in here. This oh god, oh jeez. This car is built in the year 2000, so I mean it's not a new car, of course, but a bit newer than some of the others. But yeah, oh god, the Lamborghini was obviously famous for being a bit of a death trap. And I can see it there, to be honest. Brakes not... Oh, do you know what I've noticed? Yep, okay. Again, I know a lot of people probably would ride with the sports hard tyres, but I like to go for the racing just because I want to be in control of the car. I want to show you guys that this car's quick. You know, if I put it in the sports tyres, I do feel like the car's a bit floaty and a bit just no grip whatsoever. So I'm going to put the racing tyres on now, and that's why I struggle to brake there as well. So better. Oh, oversteer though. Massive kick of oversteer. So even with the road tyres, it's still quite unpredictable. But yeah, like I say, I do love this circuit, but of course I would prefer to drive the full version rather than just say half, but just for the sake of showing off the new content, we are doing it. Oh jeez, really fighting the car there with its oversteer and understeer. Oh god. In a GT3 car that's flat out, so it's a lot of fun though, man. It's going well. They should call you the stick. Yeah, I'm not really sure what kind of stick they'll call me. Probably the Stick's slow half brother or something, I don't know. But I will take that as a compliment, Brandy. Oh, massive oversteer again. Like I say guys, of course this is a road car, not a race car, so I can't expect it to handle like a race car at all. Yeah, that's where I'm going sideways on, that corner. It's a bit of a nightmare to be honest. I mean, even the Group 3 cars, it was hard, but they still have the Top Gear track on here. No, they don't. No. There's yeah, there's a lot missing from this game compared to the older Gran Turismo. I mean, you will be quite disappointed with the lack of content on here. But what I was trying to reiterate at the start of the video is that, like, obviously, as you can see from the title, we're just kind of showing off the DLC, and this DLC has come through a free patch. There's no cost to it at all. So we've got 10 new cars. We've got Monza is a new circuit for this with the 2 variants, and then this was already a track on the game, but this is like a new variant. So I just wanted to see what that was like. Let me just show a replay as well, see it in all its glory. So yeah, I mean, definitely it's disappointing on content. I've said that on previous streams before, but you know, maybe if you are new to this generation's Gran Turismo, perhaps it's worth getting the game when it's like a little bit cheaper. Perhaps I don't know. I'm not trying to say don't go out and buy it now, because it's still worth buying especially if you can get it at a discount. But you know, if they're going to churn out free DLC every month for the next like 6 months, then maybe in 6 months' time this game will look a lot different. But as it stands at the moment, I wouldn't say there's a breadth of options for the game. There are some really good tracks on this that are not featured on any other racing game. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that this is a generic track. This, when I say generic, i.e. not a real track. So, but it's a well-made track though, definitely, and one of my favourites, to be honest. And there are some good cars on it. I mean, again, I find it a little bit weird, but it's a good weird. Obviously, in real life, GT3 cars. Obviously, there's only I don't actually know the actual number, but I think there's about 10 different GT3s in real life. Don't quote me on that, guys. It might be a little bit more, but it's there or thereabouts. On this game, there's probably about 50. Now, the reason why is because they don't actually call it GT3s, they call it Group 3s. So there's a lot of cars, like weird cars as well, where they've kind of made it into a Group 3 or GT3 car, but they don't actually exist. So in that respect, it's fake. There's for example, there's a Citroen Group 3 car where it almost kind of looks like a vision car, like a concept car. But again, I'd rather have the car in the group than not at all. At least it gives it more kind of options and that. You can see how unstable I was going into or coming out the exit of that corner. But yeah, guys, that is the Lamborghini Diablo GT 2000. It's a nice car. It is a nice car. Let's change into the Toyota FT1, and then we will go for the centre track. I do believe that is probably the smallest variant, so I'll use that with the Toyota 2000 GT and the Toyota Supra, and possibly the Ferrari as well. And then, like I said, guys, I will go into some daily races and see what's available. So again guys, this is a Group X car. Now generally speaking, the Group X's are like futuristic cars, concept cars, whatever you want to call them. But it's pretty cool because like these cars are made by the manufacturers. This is like their design of a futuristic car that's been like sort of hand drawn and put into this game, so it's pretty cool. Right, okay, oh right, yeah, got a little bit confused then. Again, we are using the sports hard. Maybe I should change that into a racing one, because obviously there's a lot less grip. The car's a little bit less responsive as well, so you know what guys, I will use the racing cards just because yeah, so it's hard to really turn in it. Don't get me wrong, I can have fun driving with you know, a worse tyre, but I mean technically speaking I could even go for the racing super softs, which will give me unparalleled amount of grip and stuff, but yeah, I just want to sort of show people that, you know, the car can be handled. Cool. Massive bit of oversteer going into turn 1. Turn 2 a little bit smoother. Turn 3 is where you have to be a bit careful because you can go sideways. But yeah, really cool though. Love the dashboard on here. Definitely a lot more grip now. And definitely a lot more grip coming out of the S's as well. Oh, and I'll say that, and then we go wide and get a lot of understeer, and I've just basically jinxed myself. Got a little bit cocky and a little bit overconfident, and that is what happens. Commentator's curse, as they say, isn't it? Right, this will be a perfect lap now. Would have been if I kept the second gear, but so I did come off the gas a little bit. Okay, I can't take too much speed around now. So, like I say, I wouldn't say like these variants are like anything special, but you know, it's nice to have that feature rather than just having obviously the full version and the reverse version. Obviously there are reverse versions of these variants as well. Again, let's put the replay on just to see how that looks. What I think what's great about this car is I mean the looks of the car is stunning, but I like the look of the headlights. I think that's what really stands out, the headlights and the grille. You can actually, probably can't see it from there, but at the front of the car there is like a little window where you can see like the engine and stuff. I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, if I you know, if this is actually a car that they'll put into production in the future, you know, if I had enough money, I probably would get one of them, because they are really nice. That's where I lost it. Went in with too much confidence. I was kind of like, oh, this feels really nice. I can actually push the car, and then as soon as I do that, go straight into the barrier. Sounds nice as well. But yeah, if there is people in here right now, I hope you are enjoying it. If you're watching it from a video perspective still, then you know, please do smash that like button if you are enjoying, and if you do want to see more racing content from me in the future, then please do click on that subscribe button as well. It would be much appreciated. And of course as well, you know, if you've got anything to say about this DLC, then do leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll try and answer any queries that you've got, or like I say, it'd just be nice to get a little bit of feedback and try to interact with everyone that does watch my streams and videos. I mean, I know I'm not shown the best gameplay in the world, guys. Obviously, like I say, I am new to these cars and these variants. But I do know Magyar a little bit better, because obviously this was one of the original circuits. Just like I say, different variants. But anyway, let's try out the last variant then, which is the centre version. So let's go into that, and we'll showcase the last 3 cars that I bought. But like I say, in another video, a proper video, shall I say, hopefully I'll accumulate enough credits to buy the other cars that I've not been able to try out, and obviously I'll be doing like a playthrough of the campaign mode, which I have played a little bit of, but I've only really played like the races where I feel probably not the most entertaining. So, right, so let's pick the centre version, like I said. It's only 1.06 miles of a circuit, so it is very short. Let's go with Dawn, actually. And we will go with, first up, the Ferrari 512. Right, okay, sorry guys, I was just trying to load the chat up. Right, okay, so again, this is going to be the very first time I'm using this car. It's the N400. I'm not expecting it to handle well because you know, it is a 1976 car. Now, I'm going to leave the sports tyres on this time, so it could be quite slow, and then maybe I will try the racing tyres just to see what difference it makes. Let's turn off the traction control though. Back in them days, I can't imagine there being traction control at all. And like I say, ABS, I would imagine the ABS will be turned off, but I don't. Like I said, don't quote me on that because I'm not really sure. Oh, that feels beefy though, guys. Listen to the sound of that roar. Oh, mate. Lovely. Oh god. Now, surprisingly, again, the handling. Oh, I mean, it's a bit drifty, but the handling. I was expecting the feedback to be like quite heavy on the steering, but it actually feels light. Now that might just be because that is Gran Turismo's physics. I have to say I quite like it though. Not only does it like look nice, and like I say, the engine tone sounds great, but it actually handles quite well when you consider that I'm using the sports hard tyres. It actually handles okay. The whole point of doing this really is, it's just to see the subtle differences to the characteristics of the cars, and I definitely feel a big difference. It's not really about how fast I can actually get around the circuit, so. Imagine if, you know, if I was actually alive in 1976 and I was a multi-millionaire or something, you know, I'm sure I might have bought one of these. You know, it's, you know, like I say, it's a thing of beauty on the outside, and yeah, it's just. I can't imagine what cars were like in the 1970s, but I would have definitely thought this would be up there. It's one of the faster and one of the iconic sort of sports cars of its generation. Well, I like that. I actually really like that. Let's again watch a replay. We've got an achievement as well for time driven. I have played this game a fair bit, to be fair, guys, but so let's just have a little replay just to see how it looks. What I love about this as well is the actual headlights, the way they just pop up. But yeah, like I said, guys, considering I'm using the sports hard tyres, it feels quite nice to drive actually, and a lot of fun as well. And like I say, guys, I don't know if you can hear what I can hear, but just wow. Cyrix, welcome. How you doing, buddy? like I keep reiterating, Si, we are testing out the new DLC. Don't know if you've tried it yourself, mate, but I'm having a lot of fun with some of these cars. This Ferrari in particular, really surprised with. It's, I really love the look of the car. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I don't really know much about the cars of this era, but I do remember someone I knew years back. He owned one of these. Never like showed me like, you know, taking it out on the streets, but I remember seeing it like parked on his driveway, and yeah, man. I don't think he took it out much. I think he just liked to sort of give it a good polish and everything, but James, welcome as well. I'm good, thank you, Si. It does sound great, doesn't it? I do feel as well, guys, that like obviously with Gran Turismo, it's always been known that the car engine sounds were more like Dyson vacuum cleaners, but and some of the cars still don't really sound right in my opinion. But with the DLC cars, they do sound like how I'd imagine them to sound like in real life. Just trying to tune the BMW M4 Group 4. It's a pain in the arse, I'll tell you. The thing is, Si, I mean, one thing I was going to ask actually, because I've not been on Gran Turismo for quite a while, is I've never actually tuned the car on this edition of Gran Turismo. Now, is it like obviously, well, when you go into the sport mode, they reset the BOP settings, don't they? Or they use the BOP settings to even up the field. Now, if you have tuned the car, obviously it does reset the BOP settings, but does it actually make a difference still in the sport mode? Like, i.e., if you've tuned it up so it's really powerful, do you still notice a bit of a difference in terms of its like acceleration and speed, or does it literally reset it back to kind of almost like factory settings and to its sports mode settings kind of thing? Massive improvements with the sound for sure. Yeah, definitely. For those that have just come into the stream now, so I wasn't able to actually buy all the cars because the what is it? The Jaguar XJ13 1966, that was 20 million credits, and also the Ferrari 330 P4 1967. That was also 20 million credits. Now, there is a credit cap on this game anyway, where you can only have up to 20 million credits. And I didn't have 20 million credits. I had like 4 million anyway. So, I'm not able to purchase them. So, I'm a little bit gutted because I really wanted to see what they were like. But all these cars at the top, other than obviously the 911 Porsche, are the new cars that I was able to purchase. These are the two that I haven't tried out yet, which I'm going to try out now. But we have tried out the McLaren F1, the Ford GT, obviously the Viper GTS, the Lamborghini Diablo, the Toyota FT1, which is like a concept car, and then obviously the last one, as you've just seen, so the Ferrari 512. So I'm going to get this out now. I think maybe what I should have done was maybe put the livery of the Fast and Furious, because that would have really pimped out the car, really, wouldn't it? But for me personally, as like an affordable car, this is like one of my favourite cars of all time. So I'm really intrigued to see how this looks and handles. BOP in sport mode, put everything in the default. I think I miss all the BOP events anyway, so just go online sometimes to race, so I can't really say. Tried the 2000 GT, heard it's really nice. Yeah, I will do that after this. I just wanted to do the Supra just because, like, yeah. Because it's a Supra, isn't it? It's, I don't know about you guys, but, like, certain cars, like, if if you're a bit of a Gran Turismo fanatic, and, because obviously the Supra was on like Gran Turismo 5, 6, probably even 3 and 4, but this was always a car that I bought, and this was always a car that I tried out. Oh my god, brake, oh. Okay, now we are using the sports hard tyres like I said, guys, so I do find it a little bit weird on this game that it also, like, if you had the racing hard tyres, it also affects the braking, so the brakes then become much better, and obviously the grip is there's a lot more grip with the racing tyres. Now I understand with the grip, don't really understand it with the braking though. Yes, there probably will be like more grip in terms of like stopping the wheels, but not by that much though. It's like I've got racing brakes on when I've got racing tyres on. It don't really make too much sense to me. So I have to say, compared to driving the Ferrari a minute ago, this almost feels a little bit dull, but sort of sounds, I know obviously it's not a super machine or anything like that, but almost kind of feels a bit powder puff compared to it, like, even though like as a car or in terms of its actual looks and stuff, like it is one of my favourite cars. Alright, we'll do one more lap. I have to say though, as a track, probably is a little bit boring because obviously it's the centre version we're using now. So it's obviously very short. Brake is affected because of the different tyre compound, less overall grip, which reduces effective stopping distance. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I do agree with that statement, but I just feel like it's too exaggerated. Like, you know, it feels like the brakes are completely different. I understand that yes, the braking would be better, but not by that much. So let's put the replay back on as well. So R34 is better. Super is nice though, but R34 is life. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, mate, I will agree with you there. You know, I'm a big fan of the Nissan GTRs. Big fan of them. But like I say, I think it's probably more because of the Fast and Furious, you know, with that orange like livery that they had on that film. I just absolutely adored it, you know. But obviously I did like it before anyway. But yeah, like I said, guys, other than obviously the mirrored circuits, that has kind of showcased all the all the DLC circuits in this patch. So let me know what you think of. You know, like I say, we've got Monza now. Like the guys have just come into the stream. They'll know Monza very well. Monza was also the racetrack that we used in Project Cars 2 last week in the league. So we, you know, for us guys, we're not as bothered with Monza. I did find it a little bit weird, like I said at the beginning of the video, that there are some differences between Gran Turismo's version of the circuit and, like say, Project Cars or a set of course or something like that. There were a few things missing. The curbs felt a little bit differently as well in terms of like the width of the, say, the chicanes. Didn't quite feel true to life, but still, you know, the track still was great. It still looked great. You know, still a welcome addition for the game. You know, obviously we needed more circuits on this game. For me, like I say, the reason why I didn't stream for the last couple of weeks is because I was just starting to get a bit bored of the game. I just felt it felt a bit stale to me. So it's definitely a welcome addition, and obviously we've got these 3 variants. I'm not as fussed about them because you know, I prefer the full version of the track. I mean, I'd say that this is one of my favourite circuits on the game. But I mean, just look at that view, guys. It's absolutely beautiful. But yeah, but you know, obviously I was intrigued to find out what these cars were like and what it would bring to the game. And considering all this is for free, I mean, hats off to the developer and just the company in general. Like, some would argue that perhaps this should have been in the game in the first place, and all these sort of updates are really sort of you know, the reason why they're bringing them for nothing is because, like I say, it should have been in the game in the first place, and they're just coming in late. But I don't know, I still think that a lot of companies would milk it. A lot of them would say, right, okay, we've got one new circuit and 3 variants and 10 new cars, and charge you like £5 or even £10 for the DLC. Gran Turismo have not done that. They've been true to the fans, or they're trying to repay the fans by giving all this content free. And like I said, if you was one of these people that played the game at the start and thought, yeah, this is a bit boring, there's not really any content, you know, I will say that give it probably middle of this year. If they keep churning out DLCs like this, I do think that this game will be a lot more accessible and a lot more it'll provide a lot more longevity to the game. But yeah, so yeah guys, we're going to try out one more car then. It'll be the Toyota. Actually, do you know what? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the track. I'm going to change it to the Monza, but not the no chicane one. And just to, like I say, for those that don't know, just to show you what I'm talking about. So where is it? It was that one, but yeah, this is the no chicane. Let's put it on Twilight. Hopefully it won't take too long to load up. I've never actually done it this way. I've always exited and then picked it and then gone that way, but hopefully it won't take too long. So, if you're still in the stream side, what are you up to tonight? Anything special going out or anything like that? And James as well, if you're still here as well, have you been putting a lot of practice in for tonight's races? Oh yeah, I wanted to change the car, wasn't it? Right, so now I went for the Thunder Silver. Don't know if that was really the best colour to go for, but I just thought it was a bit different to what I had before. Now I'm expecting this to be really slow, which is kind of why I went for this, because I wanted to see what sort of speed I can get out of this car, to be honest. Not much, just wait for the girlfriend to finish work. Will you be like staying indoors and just... Is it like movie night tonight or something? Now normally you'd brake on the 100-yard board going into Parabolica. Well, that sun is bright. I mean, the one thing I'm going to say, guys, is they've beautifully replicated the cars from real life. It does kind of look like as if I am really driving this car. It feels pretty special. But yeah, this is only an N200 car. Oh no, there is no chicane. Just braked for no reason then. To see how fast or how much speed we could get out of this car. Oh my god, Jesus! I forget that, you know, this is a road car. But this is what I was saying, guys. Normally there's like a footbridge or some sort of arch or banner. Oh my god, I've completely messed up the braking there. But yeah, normally there's like something there where at least for like the Group 3 cars, I would use that to use it as my braking point, but it's not there. And that is, I mean, this is the first game where I've seen where it doesn't have that. You know, it has it on F1 games, it has it on project cars, it has it on the set also, so I find it a bit strange why it's not there. Perhaps maybe I should have tried a different track with this car just to see how it handles properly. But like I say, because I don't really have too much fun with the slower cars, I just thought it would be nice just to see what speed you can get out of this car. Surprisingly, pretty smooth through the Ascari chicane. Surprisingly as well, even though obviously this car is quite slow, but the brakes are not too bad. Especially it's a 1967 car, isn't it? We'll do one more lap, like I say. Let's just see what sort of speed we can get. Remember to kind of slow down on this corner because this car will go sideways. So it was getting 130 miles an hour. Just don't really know when to brake here. I mean, I'm going to try the 150-yard board here. But like I say, like this could be down to the physics of this game, but on any other racing game I've been on, the first Les mode that I've just gone through, normally you have to kind of hug the apex there because you get a lot of understeer as you accelerate out. I don't feel that in this game. And you know, when you do put your foot down in, say, like a Group 3 car, all that happens is the rear kicks out. But you don't get that sensation, like I say, in the more sim-like racing games. Yeah, this car surprisingly performs very well through Ascari. I really thought that the car would become loose through there, but it doesn't. Around the final bend of the Parabolica, as smooth as possible. And like I said, guys, I'm relatively surprised by this car. It's not as bad as I thought it'd be. Let's view the replay for that. Haha, love how the lights just come up like that. That's beautiful. But yeah, remember guys, if you are watching the video still, then thank you very much, first and foremost. But yeah, if you do enjoy it, please do smash that like button. And if you want to see more racing from myself, then please do click on the subscribe button and turn on the notifications. And of course, just you know, if you can give me that little bit of feedback as well, how, you know, what you think of the video, what you think of the streams, whether or not I should do more Gran Turismo streams in the future, then please do leave a comment below the window. And yeah, I say in the future, if I can build the racing community up, then I'm hoping we can maybe get a GTleague going as well. So again, if you are interested in a league racing and you believe that you're a clean and fair driver, regardless of what speed you are, I mean, the slower the better, guys, so I can win something. Only joking, guys, but yeah, if you are interested in things like that as well, let us know in the comments. But like I say, first and foremost, guys, I do thank each and every one of you for tuning in today, and like I say, I hope you are enjoying of what you're seeing of the second DLC for Gran Turismo. I think it might even be the third one, but it's the first major one in my eyes, though. But I did hear like a report that between, I think it was like between like November and I think it was like March, they were supposed to bring like over 100 cars. Now I think we've only had about 20 or so cars, so, or it might be 50 cars. I think it might be 50 cars. Sorry guys, maybe I've been misinformed. But even so, even if it's 50 cars between them 2 months, we've only really had about 20 cars. So hoping that we're going to get a lot more from now up until March. But again, guys, looks nice, sounds great, handles surprisingly really well. And yeah, that really rounds up the DLC, the showcase of the DLC. So I am going to get involved in a couple of daily races now, just to see what's available, see if there is actually Monza on there. And yeah, and then I will have to cut the stream short, and I probably will do a little bit of practice before my races on Project Cast 2. Starting at 9:30 Greenwich Mean Time, the UK time. One thing I will say as well, guys, is that this is probably the better looking version of Monza I've seen. But you kind of expect that from a Gran Turismo game anyway. Okay, so that completes that. So, yeah, let's have a look at the daily races, and then, like I said, guys, I will have to end it quite shortly. So, campaign, sorry, not campaign, sport mode, race entry. Now, we've got, wow, they must have listened to me, guys. All them criticisms I've had of this game in previous videos, I was always going on about why they didn't use the Group 1 cars. Well, now they are featuring that at long last. Bit disappointed they haven't got Monza on here, because I did fancy a race around there. But let's have a look on the Nations Cup as well. I just wanted to see the schedule, what they had. So pretty much what I expected, although they got the Swift Sport, interestingly. But okay, fair enough. And the Manufacturer Series, I would have had to, do you know what, I'm not even going to check. I would have had to pick one anyway. I've not literally got involved in Test Season 11 at all, so yeah, it don't matter. But let's do... I do like the Group 4s round Dragon Trail, and like I say, Interlagos as well in the Group 1s. Yeah, that's ooh, a bit of choice here. Now, I've not really used the Group 1s that much, because like I say, it's not really one that they featured. I'll go with the fastest one just to see, but although the BOP has been reduced massively, so let's obviously they're trying to balance it out, so let's I mean, that one's going to be 90%, isn't it? So I used the Audi. I have bumped that up. So now Interlagos is probably one of my favourites on this game as well. It was definitely a welcome addition to this game, and other than sort of F1 titles, it's not really a track that gets featured too often. I don't know why, because it's a great circuit, but so we got a few people that have posted the time on here. So again, no traction control. Also as well, guys, I am going to well, for the outlap I'll put cockpit view on, but for me to be competitive, I kind of have to have the body view on. Just find it very difficult to see. Now, obviously, I could change the field of view settings, but just generally speaking, just never been able to use this camera. Oh god, oh, a bit drifty as well. What I struggle with this cockpit view as well is I can't see the apex at all. I mean, look, I'm completely blind here. For me, this is oh god. For me, this is exciting though. I think I am going to have to change the view because I literally can't see the corners at all. Don't know how anyone actually uses this view, especially this car. Really good, really good. See, I'm already a second up. Not even completed the first sector. So, as I imagined, a lot of oversteer with this car, or with this class of car. Now, people on my friends list were typically hitting 1:20s, so this is one of the first times I'm using this car, so I'm not expecting it to be anywhere near as competitive. Also as well, I reiterate that I have got used to the handling of Project Cars 2 as well, so getting used to the nuances of this game is pretty tricky. But at long last, they've actually got these races in though, and this is what I was saying, guys. It's what was needed. I'll do another lap, then I'll do a little bit of Dragon Trail, and then we'll get involved with some races. I think, obviously, I'm not expecting to be competitive now. That I was really competitive in the first place, but oh my days, really. Right, we'll do one more lap after this. I'll at least get the first corner right. Yeah, I'm learning as I go along. Probably did cut the corner a little bit too much there. Have a little bit of a wider arc, I think. Very wide. Okay. Want to at least hit a 121, that would be nice. That's going to happen. trail brake a little bit there. Oh man, it's hard work. We've lost it. That could have been a 121 probably. Just obviously a very high 121, but still. Okay, but that was my first attempt with the GT1s around Interlagos. Yeah, I mean, with a bit more practice, guys, I think I can get my lap times down. A 120 is really fast though. Really fast. But yeah, definitely room for improvement. I might even have to put a little bit of traction control on. I don't know, because I seem to be losing a lot of time when applying the power coming out the exit. So let's go with the M4. I believe they have actually changed a few things with the BOP settings to certain cars as well. So I don't know if the M4 is the quickest or one of the quickest cars in the Group 4s now. I'm not really sure. It does keep changing on a sort of week-to-week basis. So because I've not been on it for a couple of weeks, I don't know how it stands right now. Let's have a look though. I can look to see what cars they've been using. So we have got someone's used the Huracan, and we've got the M4 as well. So it looks like the M4 is the choice of car. And then going from the Group 1 car to the Group 4 feels so slow. We'll do one more lap as well, and then we'll see what time the races are. I want to try and fit it in. Like I said, guys, I am going to be doing project cars tonight, so because I'm not really set up my car, I really want to sort of spend a couple of hours just sort of tinkering away and seeing if I can get my lap times down a little bit. To be honest, I don't really know what level of competition I'm going to be up against tonight, because I've not really been seeing too many people practicing. So shit, I broke too late then. So yeah, I don't really know, to be honest, guys. I was practicing with a couple of people, and they are one of the quicker guys, I suppose, but whether or not they've done more practice since, I don't know, and so I don't know about the rest. But for those of you that are interested in Project Cars 2, we're going to be racing around Brands Hatch Grand Prix, also Alton Park International, and the final track will be Donington National as well, all in the touring cars. still haven't picked my cars, but I think I'm going to roll with the BMW M6. Excuse me, guys. Sneezing on the corner, not the best thing to do. Oh god, we might have again. Right, so we'll do one more lap. Pretty certain they'll be racing at 5:30, so. I'm going to keep it in third gear this time. Used to be very good on this circuit, but like I say, guys, playing a completely different game and not playing for 2 weeks, we're really rusty now. A lot of kick with oversteer there, which really lost me a fair chunk of time. Really need to get the bus stop chicane perfect. That's where I'm losing most of my time though. Sure, I could go a lot quicker, but just wanted to make sure that we could actually get a smooth exit. So 1.77. So I reckon, guys, if I do go into the race, because we are B class, I think I will probably qualify last in both the races. But like I say, I'm just really doing it for the benefit of the stream. I'm not really, yeah, I'm not really expecting to do well. I just kind of wanted to have a couple of races, really. So we've got 5 minutes until the Group 4 start. That starts there. So we're going to enter with the Group 4s then. I see that they have changed the BOP settings slightly. Do believe it was 100% before. Now it's gone down to 99% for the power. I think they have added a little bit of weight as well. So they are trying to sort of balance it out as we go along. But it still feels nice, the car. So it gives me probably, what, 3 opportunities to sorry about that. It gives me a few opportunities to get some laps in. Try to at least hit 1.6 here. Even if it's a high 1.6, I'll be satisfied with that. shy. Damn it. Oh, come on, look, see what I mean? So much oversteer, like, just not used to that at all. Don't think we're going to have enough time now to get the third lap time in. Now obviously this would be on Project Cars 2, this track, but it just feels so different. So different. Like, I kind of feel almost a little bit alien to this game now. That was actually a better entrance and exit out of the bus stop. Yeah, we will have enough time, so, but it's all or nothing now this lap. A bit slower. Yeah, I'm kind of expecting to be bottom in qualifying, I think, because even when I was at my very best, I wasn't getting pole position. I was getting sort of maybe top 10 in qualifying or something. So this is the last one, is it? So I think there'll be 20 people in here, unless, you know, not that many people are playing this game anymore, I'm not sure, but better last sector though, but overall not as quick. Shame really, but never mind. Try a third. Yeah, I think it's better in second. Right, okay, so let's see how we do in this race. Like I say, I'm expecting to qualify bottom here. I'll be interested to know what everyone else has been posting though. We haven't finished bottom actually, I'm surprised. But yeah, we qualify P14, then the top times are 1:45.2, so we are good 2 seconds off the pace, so we do need to pick it up. I don't know how they're getting it, but obviously, like I say, guys, I've not been practicing. I've not played this game for 2 weeks, so so I am off the pace, definitely. Even off the pace from what I used to be like. So yeah. But yeah, if I can hit a 146, I'll be happy with that. I think that is not bad that time. No, I didn't actually check out what the settings were. So it's ×5 fuel, it's ×14 tyre wear. So it looks like we're going to have to pit. It's 10 laps, 20 cars, no mechanical damage, boost off. No, but actually they're all like that normally anyway. So yeah, we will need to pit in at some point. I'm not going to even bother. I could go the long haul and lower the fuel mix and such like, but I think we'll just go for broke. Really depends on what kind of start we get. If we don't get involved in collisions and stuff, we really do need to say. Really did start me off a lot further back than the pack though. Don't really like the auto the rolling starts on this game, but yeah, it is what it is. Wow, what the hell just happened there? The one's just been put into the barrier now. It could be because this guy in front has got a very poor internet connection. Whoa, Jesus, where's he going? I think he lost connection in the end, so we're up to P12. Struggling to catch up with the pack. Obviously lost a bit of time because of that car lagging out in front of me. So lap down. Expect we'll pit in on the end of lap 5 maybe. I'm just starting to catch the pack now. Oh my god, and there's been collision again. Was that lag? I don't know, but so we're up to P11 now. Massive pack in front though. It's gonna be Very hard to pass here. Back right off the pace because literally nowhere I could go. Got into some trouble here, I know there is. Got the slipstream, so I'm going to have to tuck in behind. Really want to make it quite clean. I could just bulldoze my way through, but that wouldn't be very sportsmanlike of me. Some people might be turning down the fuel, which is obviously holding me up then. Around the outside. Oh my god! Always one! There is always one! Ah. And of course I get penalised for it, for the guy blocking me off. I'm not going to blame him for blocking me off because he obviously made a mistake, but there was literally nothing I could do there. I might have to hit in next lap and tone down the tone down the fuel mix just to make up for it now, maybe. Spun by the looks of it. We're up to P10. Guy goes in to the pits, so it moves us up to P9. Oh, come on, mate, why are you going so slow? No, I don't understand why the German driver was going that slow. That is ridiculous, man. timed my braking to perfection there, but just obviously it was inevitable he was going to turn in, but like he was going way too slow for that corner. There was only going to be one outcome there. Definitely showing much better pacing in, and that could be because again he might have toned down his fuel mix, but really holding me up now. So we're going to go into the pits ourselves. Hard. So we've got 5 laps remaining, so we just need a little bit of a top up on fuel. So we're down to P11 again. Pretty obvious that the German driver is on a lower fuel mix because he got out of the pits a lot quicker than we did. So poor exit out of that turn, but we're okay. Oh, he's going to hit the barrier there, isn't he? Oh my days, what the hell. Glad he became a ghost there, because again I would have had nowhere to go. Up to P10, we've got 4 laps remaining. Again, that German driver pretty slow on exit. We had to get out of his way there. So we're up to P9. Good exit out of the bus stop that time. pretty good race between myself and the British driver in front. We are catching the pack in front. Got a much better exit out of that bus stop chicane, so closing the gap now. Yeah, it's got the slipstream on me here. I'm a little bit worried about that, but bended that line quite nicely. Oh my days! He's to the back of me there. Going through. I was a bit naughty of the British driver there, whether it's because I braked a bit soon for him, I don't know, but still move up a position. Slipstream. He's outside. Oh, deep, gone deep. It's the first mistake I've made there, and it's cost me. Sort of relying on the two in front maybe to make a mistake, but yeah, a little bit gutted I made a mistake there. Pushing really hard, and was a little bit under pressure obviously with the driver behind. Of course the tyres are down a bit, and the tyre grip does affect braking on this game. Unfortunately, I didn't take that into consideration, so that as well. The front, left and right are sort of halfway now, so yeah. What? Don't you do that anymore? Okay, fine, fair enough. So that is one thing I have definitely noticed then, guys. Used to be where if you slowed down or braked or where you should be accelerating, you know, you could knock off that penalty, but it looks like now it actually stays with you. So I might have actually, you never know, I might have had 8th place then, but never mind. But still, P9, not too bad. We qualified P14, so you know, it's and we had a good race there. It wasn't boring. It was just a shame I did make a mistake right at the end, but there we go. The penalty as well, I'd say it was a little bit harsh, the penalty as well, because yes, I did cut the corner. However, I didn't actually gain time from it. I lost a lot of time. I lost 2 positions as well. So, so again, I think that's a bit harsh, but then that is part of the game. So. Anyway, so guys, we what is it now? It's 5 to 6. Not really got much time to do much more. Might just get involved with the group ones. It's only 5 laps anyway. We've got 5 minutes until that starts, so we'll get into that. Not really sure what car to pick. Let's go for the Mazda then. We'll try that out. Like I say, guys, I'm not really too bothered about the outcome. It's more about just having a go and seeing how we do. But yeah, we should be able to get a few laps in. Probably a good, I don't know, probably a good 4 laps in here. I am actually interested to know what cars they picked. So they went for the Mazda as well, right? Okay. So let's see if this is going to be better or not. This feels quick. Brake a little bit before that board then. Feels quicker, but obviously it's more of an outlet for me. The next 2 laps will really give me a rough idea if I can go quicker. 21. Here we go. Car definitely feels a lot more planted than the previous car I was using. Slow at that corner. Ah. Four. So yeah, the Mazda a lot quicker. Probably not to the level of like some of my friends, but like I said, I've not had too many goes, and I haven't had too many goes on the GT1s in general anyway. So we got a bit closer to their lap times, so I've got to be reasonably happy. So yeah, we are 1.1 seconds off anything but lap time, but like I say, this is really just to have a go on it because I've been saying for ages that Gran Turismo needed Group 1s in daily races. We finally have it now, so I look forward to seeing what the races are going to be like. But we've got 5 laps around the circuit, so it should go pretty quickly. And then unfortunately, guys, I am going to have to end the stream. I think as well, guys, because I didn't realise it was 6 o'clock already, I might have to postpone the actual practice for Project Cars 2, but obviously I will be available for the race, like I say, or the 3 races, sorry, that will start at 9:30 PM. So we qualified P30. I didn't really expect to qualify high up, to be honest. Because like I said, we've not really put too much practice in, but quite spread out the field. We've got an S-rated driver at the top as well, so I know it doesn't always mean everything, but yeah, we've got good quality in here. But yeah, I'll just be intrigued to see how these races go, whether or not there's going to be a lot of collisions or not. Clearly the Mazda is the quickest car. So we've got 40 seconds until the race starts. But yeah, I hope this turns out to be a clean race, and I hope I don't get into too much trouble myself. It's a big step up using these Group 1s compared to your Group 3s and 4s. But like I say, a lot of fun. slipstream, see how fast. Wow, the guy behind the slipstream on that car. Come on, mate, give me some space, Jesus. Oh my, really? Oh wow. Well, this is what I was hoping wouldn't happen. He got completely bumped off the track there. He's not even given the place back either, so maybe I should just push him off the circuit now. There you go. Give a little bit back to you, mate. I'm not normally dirty, guys, but you know, that was pretty blatant what he did to me there. So yeah, we've got a tough job now to catch the rest of the field now. Oh, come on, mate. I am using the Mazda LM55, I think. Oh my God, I've just overdone it. Like I say, this is the first time I'm using it. It's the first time I'm doing an actual race in the Group 1s as well, so it's yeah, it's hard to get used to when you're so used to using the Group 3s. I have called for this though, and it's just a shame that it seems like a lot of people can't keep clean, whether or not it's because they're just not used to how fast the cars are, or that's how they drive, I don't know, but like I say, I got my payback because that guy was pretty slow and he just literally T-boned me into the corner and didn't even give the place back, so I was getting my just desserts, or he was getting his just desserts, so well, you would have thought so, but I think this is like the futuristic car side, so I'll show you after. Really struggling to catch him up. One thing that, oh God, really surprises me with this car is it really holds the road well. doesn't spin out. So you can get on the power quite early and not have to worry about sliding out. Oh mate, that's a cut track, isn't it? Brakes a bit too soon. I'm relying on some sort of incident in front, but doesn't look like it's happening. So it looks like P12 it is. To be fair guys, like it really should be a longer race. So you're completing a lap within 1 minute 20. And I think it would like make sense if that was like a 10 lap race, but that's just my feeling on it. So yeah, I mean, for a first go, I'm not too fussed because, like I say, it's yeah, it's the first opportunity I've had to race on there. I didn't really put too much qualifying in because, like I say, it was more just having a go really. And obviously, I'm a little bit time restricted tonight because I have got my races on Project Cast 2, and I do need to get a couple of hours under my belt practicing and tuning the car a little bit. So. What I will do though on stream is, I mean, we got 121.3, which was level with him, and okay, them guys are the faster guys, but he's an S driver anyway, so kind of expected that. Also means he probably plays the game a hell of a lot, and I've not played it for like a good couple of weeks now, but yeah, a valiant effort for myself. But yeah, I just got a couple of things to unlock, which is the mileage thing. So, oh, I thought we did anyway. Does it do it automatically now? Or could have sworn I had something. Oh, it's these ones. Oh, time driven. Yeah, well, idiot. Right, okay. Got quite a bit of experience there, and fuel consumption as well, so we'll grab that bonus. And we're nearly a level 35 there, so that's pretty cool. Okie dokie. Right, guys, that is going to conclude today's Gran Turismo DLC stream, really. I mean, like I say, it was supposed to be just for the cars and the tracks, but I just fancied a couple of races on daily races since I've not done it for a while. But yeah, remember guys, my main event today really is the Project Cast 2. It's the Flying's League of Champions League with round 2, 3 and 4. Brands Hatch, Alton Park International and Donington National in the touring cars. And that is coming up at 9:30 PM UK time, so literally 3 hours time, guys. That'll be going ahead. So yeah, I hope to see you in that stream. But yeah, if you're watching this as a stream or even just watching it as a video, if you did enjoy today's events, then please do leave a like on the video. Also, share with your friends as well. That would be much appreciated. And if you do want to see the races tonight and any other races in the future, please do hit that subscribe button. And again, you know, if you are looking to get into league racing, either on Project Cars 2 or Gran Turismo, or you know, if you can give me any feedback from what you've seen as well, then please do leave a comment under the video description. So yeah, guys, thank you all for watching, and it's goodbye from me, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Take care.